Live. Just need to bring up on my phone and to see if we got anybody in here. So I am on YouTube and Facebook together pretty much every morning. So changes my screen, have my window open. So good morning. This is going to be a quick morning live. I have a meeting at 10 and then I am gone all weekend this weekend. So I just want to stop in this morning and give a quick, God, why is this not working for me today? Good morning, good morning, good morning. I was just getting ready to come in and my TikTok just popped up and somebody says, I hate you. I'm like, oh, good morning to you too. Yeah. So our morning can be a ray of sunshine, and there can always be one little spot that tries to come in and tries to do that to our morning. So whatever it is, good morning, Judy and Tracy and Christy and Karen. Good morning, Alicia. Good morning, Misty. Hello. Hi, Sheila. Good morning. So like I said, this is going to be a quick live. I'm going to give you guys a couple quick cards. I am gone all weekend. I am in I'm in a big course this weekend. So you won't see me until Monday again after today. Unless you're in my class Sunday. If you're in my class on Sunday, if you are in my Goddess Within training class that we're doing on the second series, then Sunday it will not be 11:30. It will actually be, I think it's 2:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I haven't even got my makeup on yet today. I'm like, holy shit. So I'm trying to read Alicia. Need prayers. I am sending you all kinds of prayers, Alicia. I will light my candles for you. Light my candles for you. I am so sorry. Wow, Christy, you too? Oh, thanks, friends. So sorry. Yes, I know. It's just like, yeah, Alicia, I guess there's a reason why I had to come in this morning and do one last reading before I took off for the weekend. And I have to do this now because I have a meeting and then my daughter is coming and I have a few more things. So good morning, everybody. If you were in here yesterday morning, you've seen the power of spirit. So I'm going to bring spirit in. I'm going to bring spirit in big time. I'm going to call in the guides and the angels to be present with us during this today. I'm going to ask for Jesus to also be present with us. And to anyone who's been with my work a long time, you know that I channel Jesus, and I don't mean to Jesus. I don't mean to, not in the way of pushing that Jesus onto anybody, but the healer who walked upon earth, the man who was a man, who is spirit and who is of all good, of what all humans beings should be able to become, is to do the right thing for the right reasons. If you can be inspired to be anybody of a human being, be that. And so from that place of working, I'm calling in spirit to be present with us to give this message this morning. If you were in yesterday, you've seen the spirit of my grandmother and her twin sister and the guardians that they are up here, and our power with the family that was in here yesterday that I have on my Thorne side of the family and the Alford side of the family. The power of these two beautiful women who were a part of a 7-sister clan. And you see how they show up for us. And so yesterday they showed up. Yes, yesterday was beautiful, wasn't it? And so they showed up as guardians. So our guardians are in with us, and I know how present spirit is because my arms just started to heat up and they're like sweating right in my little joints right here, right in the crooks of my arms. And so I know the power of spirit. I know how powerful spirit is. So this morning, let's bring spirit in to send in a blessing for this weekend, that even though those little pecks of little those little pecks of energy that can come in that can truly take us away from faith, hope, faith, compassion, kindness, those type of things, is that we allow that to embody us this morning. We allow that to surround us, to wrap around you. And for any of my beautiful supporters who are going through some major struggles right now and going through loss, it's you can't, there's times when you just don't, when being weak is exactly what you need to be, and you need to allow yourself that time in weakness, and to know that you are being wrapped in the arms of the guardians, to be wrapped in such love during those times of that it's okay to let yourself be weak. It doesn't mean that you are a weak person. It means that you are feeling for you the hurt that you need to feel of going through a loss, going through anything that is changing your life, because our lives never stay the same once we go through any sort of big major change. And so making peace with that the strength, the biggest thing, that the best thing that we can do for ourselves to really know of strength and courage is to know that strength and courage does not come from your head. It does not come from building up this whole build yourself up. It comes from the heart. It comes from the soul self. It comes from something that is so much more powerful than we can ever imagine. And no matter how much we try to control life or how much we think we can be in control, we really truly see how much we are not in control in these experiences and in these moments. And so the card that comes up, right, feeling weak, but need to be strong for my husband. And so to be strong for your husband is to change those words, because you also deserve to be in a place of allowing yourself to be in your vulnerable truth right now. And so to be vulnerable together, to be his support, doesn't mean to be strong. It means to be vulnerable together, and that it's okay to know that he has a safe place to be vulnerable, and that he can be in your arms and in your space and let himself fall away. But to also know that you don't have to suck back what you are personally feeling as well, Alicia. To just know that it's okay to let yourself feel that, to be present in that for you as well, because you cannot discount the connection that you also have and what you're feeling in this moment. And that's the contentment, that we're both content with being where we are. We're going to be here together, but we're also going to be down here together, but we're also going to be up here together. And this is truly about knowing that there is no solution to today for you, Alicia. There's nothing there that says, oh, let's do this and we'll feel better. No, today you're not going to feel better. But this is where hope comes in. And this is where that courage that comes beyond anything that we have within our thought process, is that with the courage to know that today we are here, but tomorrow we shall be there. And there's this hope sense that comes with this, and that present in that hope. And so hope is exactly as we spoke of yesterday, that power of grace, and to find that hope and that grace. And so the card that came out is contentment. And so with that contentment, Contessa, she is flowing in love, letting herself be loved, letting herself be surrounded in love. And that's exactly it. When you're going through any grief moments in your life, whenever you're feeling those sorrows, those hurt, you're feeling weak, it's about allowing love to flow. Love flow through you, love be with you, and love be upon you. And when you can let the power of all three of those be the empowerment that is empowering you and keeping you wrapped in safety and surrounded in the energy of the divine, you truly can allow yourself to be what you need to be today. Because it doesn't mean you are losing a lack of love from even the people that are leaving, that have left earth. It means that you are embodying the love to allow yourself to know that you're going to miss the human experience that you were existing within. And so that everything of that has changed. And the Contessa and this beautiful card, she's at the top of her mountain. She's very aware that so when we know we are hurting and pain and we feel like we are on our knees, we're at the top level. So we've maxed out our pain story. We have maxed out our hurt. We have maxed out. So you're at the top. You're not at the bottom. You're at the top. You're at the top level of pain, of hurt, of those things. It's like a volcano, right? It's like that energy. And when you're there, it's like, well, that's the worst of it, right? And the rest from then on is about what we exist within. It's what we exist within after. And that's where the power of the love that I'm speaking of comes in. To know that the sun will rise, the sun will set, our days go forward, and we go forward and we move forward. And as much as we can stay stuck in an energy, is that we're not, is that the world is still moving. So the only thing that's staying stuck then is our inability to be able to trust the flow of life. And that's where the hurt gets worse. That's where the misery gets worse. That's where we let ourselves get worse, because everything that we still have that allows for us to have more experiences that rise us into a max of love again, of faith, of those type of things, are not present in our thought process, but they are present in our heart. And because they're present in our heart want and our soul desire for us to live, we get that anxiety feeling, we get that anxious feeling, we get that anger feeling, because beyond we're not living beyond the existence of the story that took us to that max pain in the beginning, but the energy of that max is not there, right? And so that is where we start to be able to change. So when you can resonate and live from the place of the God consciousness, of the awareness of our truth, that the fear story of forever, that story that we have of forever, and how we have it linked to a visual hold in our hands. Well, you can't hold forever in your hands either, right? There's nothing that can be held there. And so contentment, peace, I am where I am today. Today, I am where I am. And from where I am today, I will allow the love of the spirits, the guardians, the angels, and those who are with me in love. And so that spirit love never ever left. There's no lack. There's actually more now of the love that you may have felt yesterday or the day before or 10 years from now from that person, from the people in your lives. You have it amplified today. So today and every other day from today, the love of that loved one is amplified 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times more than ever, because it becomes totally unconditional. It becomes an unconditional love. And when it becomes an unconditional love, it is an infinite love. It is absolutely the purest of forms. So you are actually being given more than ever before. And by that, then they tell you to look at the places in our lives from there where you can take that uncontainable, unconditional love that they are now providing to you and bring it over into other people's hearts in this world, and how we can impact, how we can help, how we can become a better human being by taking that amplified love that we have from our loved ones and then giving it into the hearts of others, so that others now have the opportunity to also feel empowered. And that's how the web of life, the golden moments truly can become a bigger part of our lives. And so when we can look at it that way, is that we are living within the existence of what the solution truly is. And the solution upon earth is to take that love and amplify it, because that's what spirit is doing for us. That's what our loved ones are doing for us. They're not sitting up there going, oh, I'm so sad I'm not there with you. I am there saying every single day, I am there with you. I show you the signs. I try to get you to raise your vibration, go, oh my God, look at that. I try to get you to feel that, because that is the maxed out feeling of love, of unconditional love. So every single emotional connection and every place where you stop emotionally and spiritually growing is holding that love. So you're actually containing that love so inside of you that you're unwilling to share it with anybody else. And so when often people say, you're so open, you give and you give and you give and you give. And yes, that's an over giving thing. But the excitement to be so contained and so living from the heart at this stage of my life is I can't shut up. I can't hold it in. I want to be able to let other people be able to feel that. And that is the beauty of grace, of when you know where you have been. You have been to the depths of your darkness and you have been to the lowest. But now you also know unconditional love on such a level that you can share it and embrace it. And if it can touch the heart of one other, and that little spark can light a fire inside of someone else, you can rub that love into somebody else, and you can be that spark of hope for somebody else. Well, that spark of hope becomes a big flaming violet flame of the Divine Mother that spreads throughout this world, and we are able to give that. And that is what's being asked of us. That's what's being asked of us as a human. And that's why I keep saying share these videos, because if this message can get into the hands and to the heart of one person today, that it can truly give one person the chance to have hope and faith again, to believe there's a possibility today, to feel the love, to feel like I'm speaking personally to them, because it is. These are personal messages. And even though right now I'm being asked not to do the one-on-one mediumship, because it's not about becoming a celebrity, it's not about trying to get those ratings up, it is about getting the message of love out that is here for this world that we need more of now. And I have it because I am blessed to have people on the other side who love me so dearly. My grandmother had an open door policy. Her sister, Aunt Daisy, same thing. If you had one chicken and one roast and 5 potatoes and 30 people showed up at the house, you would not turn one person away and say, we can't feed you. That would never happen. And that would never be. And we are doing that every single day in this world right now. We are doing that everywhere. We are rejecting our neighbors, our friends. We are rejecting our own need to absorb, to accept love, to accept good energy, because we are caught so much in other stories and these fear stories and this place of a fear-based living that truly is. And so in our grief times and in our sadness times, you need to sit in that, because what's happening when you are sitting with yourself in that weakness is you are absorbing love. You are absorbing love, and to be accepting of that love of your soul connection to your loved ones on the other side is such a beautiful experience. People say, why can't I hear them, feel them, sense them? Because you're not listening. You're listening to the chatter in your head and the hurt in your heart and your body as if it is a torture. And it is love that is trying to push its way out. It's like that little splinter, the original source, the original place. Of freaking course it is painful. Of course it is hurtful. Of course it is. But everything after that is that contained love that is so inside of you. And there's so much inside of you, and you're not accepting it, and you're not giving it, and you're not being present in it, and you're not living in it. You're doing the same complaint story, the hurt, the anger stories, the frustration stories, and it is the place where there is an opportunity for us to be able to walk forward. Prime example, Mother Mary. Mother Mary. Prime example, the man on the cross. And I always, always remember sitting with my grandmother and her twin sister at my grandfather's funeral, and her other sisters, and they all have these beautiful sense of humors. They're not hiding their hurt, living together and supporting each other in that pain. And I remember they were like, their shoulders were going, and I went over and I put my arms around my grandmother, and I'm like, are you okay, Nan? And she says, yes, we're just listening to one of your aunts tell a story about an experience that she had, and they were all laughing. So even in that experience, in that moment, when they came together and they could feel the love together, they knew that they could still take that experience and feel that love as a sisterly group, to be together as a person and to know that existence. And that's why we're here. And what's causing most of our pain in the world right now is that we have lost that sense of love. We have lost that sense of sharing love. We have lost that sense because we are being told you can't. If you have a different view, if you live a different way, and that you have to start. So that master manipulation of the imposter light that is out there with an agenda to get us to hate on each other, has us containing love inside of us, that spirit, that God consciousness, that everything outside of here is trying to tell us, we are filling you full of this. You are all holding inside, and you're taking the word love, the love for the need to be right, the love for the word to make other people weak, make other people less than, to cancel people out, to do all of that. You've taken the word love with a negative energy, and you're trying to charge the world on that. We are not charging, we are dying. And the world itself is in a process of dying so that it can come back again without a doubt. And it's like, this is This is where the love that's inside of us that needs to be brought out and brought forth is for us to breathe kind words to each other, for us to speak, to take breaths, to breathe in, to be able to change our media stories to words of hope instead of posting numbers and manipulation and those type of things to try to manipulate more fear. Let's bring hope and faith back in. And that's where it begins. And so when we are in that place of being weak, and both people in a home are going through a loss, is that both people need to go through it together. And know that you're contained in the arms of love, and those spirits that are wrapped around you today are holding you in and keeping you in. And that's where the truth comes in. Right? Shutting out chatter, right? And so don't even try to shut out chatter. Just don't give it a name. Don't connect to it. Like, let it just keep flowing by. And if you just keep letting it flow by, if you don't attach to it and put an emotional attachment to it, then you don't spiritually get attached to it. And it just keeps going, and you go into your heart. Is these words going to be of service today? And it doesn't mean we don't have a voice and we don't have a right to an opinion or free speech or whatever it is, but is it a need to cause so much harm to each other? Right? And so that's the difference that comes in. See, master manipulator. So the card that comes in with this is the master manipulator. And that master manipulator today is truly telling us to get our heads out of the clouds, or to let ourselves rise up in this energy today. Know that wherever we are, whatever we're going through, don't be fooled. Don't let yourself trick yourself into believing that you are not embodying and encased in the spiritual love that is upon this world today, that is here to be there for all of us today. So today and each and every day, even though no matter what we have to go through, no matter where we are, is that when we hit that top, that point, look around, feel the essence that what we are embodying right now is that we are containing and trying to be kind of selfish of this, because we're in the problem. We're trying to find solutions in problems. And so it's truly now about us bringing up. And so the beautiful card to end it is the way home. The way home, Emi. And so when we're spinning backwards, we're like reeling out of control, and we're not connecting to the heart and soul of us, all the way into the inward of us, to feel the essence of how powered and empowered we are when we come to understand what love really means, what compassion really means, and what grace really means. Hope and faith are the biggest things that we need right now to be able to have a dignity for humanity, to understand what it means to be divinely dignified, not divinely divided. Divinely dignified, not divinely divided. Don't divide yourself from your soul self. Don't separate from the highest functioning part of you, which is the heart and soul of each and every one of us, that God voice that is within us. Connect to that today. And this is us coming home. And sometimes we just have to let things end. And when one story ends, when somebody leaves us and goes to the other side, they start a journey of such a love that we are yet to understand. And that is why my work of Heaven on Earth is so important right now, to be able to find our heaven on earth, to know that that person's journey starts and your journey starts. Two stories begin. And what we do with those stories and how we live in those stories for the people that we love so dearly. So Spirit is telling us today and every day to feel the essence of the love that they are pouring into us, that is so unconditional, because it does not come with a condition. It does not come conditioned to if you're going to meet their standards. It comes that if we do the right thing for the right reasons, and we do what we are here to do, live life, not to live life as if we are dead, to not just exist. You are here to live in the existence of your experience of today. So my deepest of condolences truly go out to Alicia, to you, to your husband, and also to Christy, who also said, and I will be lighting the candles for you today and going through that. But to know and feel the love that is surrounding you and your families, and to each and every one of you, the love that is the Spirit is bringing into you today, and the guardians are bringing forth for you today. Never be afraid to ask for help. Never be afraid to ask higher, and to believe in that, you can ask for your biggest gifts. but you have to trust in divine timing. And we don't get what we want, we get what we need. And so when I do my prayers, and from my prayer, I speak from my heart. Whatever's of the highest good of my life, whatever's going to bring me in alignment to living the best life that is in alignment to the truth of living from my heart, to feel and exist within love upon this earth, that's what I ask for. And if it means that you have to take away some of the things that I have, and it means that I have to go through these experiences, then if that's why I'm here, then that's why I'm here. Just give me the strength and the courage within to be able to walk that journey. And that's my prayers each and every day. Much love to you all. Have a beautiful weekend. I will be back on Monday, and hopefully by next week, I'll be back even doing my mediumship stuff. I'm hoping. I've been having some big treatments done on me in lymphatic drain and stuff to help heal whatever is happening within. So much love. Have a beautiful day. Mwah. See you guys soon. Bye-bye.